Hello and welcome back to Productive Dragons channel, where we do unboxes, plan with me's, and other things. And if you like that, please consider subscribing. Today we're doing Krys's Phase Out Your TBR Phase 13. Want to see the cards I pick and what I pick for the books? Come join me. This is based on Krys's Corner's Phase Out Your TBR game. They do this for their TBR and they decided to do a readathon based on it. This is a little late. I didn't do last one, which was 12. This one is Phase 13, where you have to get a set of 5 and a run of 4 for those. A set is one number, like 5 5s, and the run is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That is what is required on this one. I use a deck of cards. You could use a spinner wheel. You could ask someone to pull cards. It's all up to you. The prompts, she has them from 1 to 12, and based on color, which is blue, green, red, and yellow. The cards numbers are 2 each. Like there's 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s in each color. There are also 4 wilds and 4 skips. You can only use the prompts twice because there's only 2. DNFs do count now. They count because this is a TBR that's supposed to phase out, whether it is your physical, your ebook, your NetGalley, your library, whatever. They now count. Wilds can be used for any prompt, but you cannot, if you have 2 blue 5s, you cannot make the wild a blue 5. Not possible, because there's only 2 in the deck. Skips are now being able to be used. They have their own prompts, but you can only use 1 skip for a prompt. So that's the only thing. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick my cards. I've already shuffled the deck several times. I'll move the deck like so. And we will begin, and we'll see what I come up with. All right, so I need to flip it over like this, and then we have a red 7, which we'll put down here, a yellow 10, a yellow 6. We do have a skip. I don't know if I'm going to use it, so let's see what happens. 12, 8, another skip, which I can only use 1 skip. There's a green 6, a red 5. We have a wild. We have a green 4. Well, I do already have the run of 4. So, I do have a run of 4. So, that's nice. That one could work. Alright, so we do have a run. Now I just need the 5. So, let's see what happens. We have an 11. We have a green 4. We have a red 6. With a 3. A yellow 4. A red 9, a blue 11, yellow 12. Now, mind you, I don't know what I'm going to use because I'm sitting here still trying to get... Let's see here. Still looking at this for a second. Okay. I think I'm going to stop because I can use a skip here and a wild to make my 5. That might work. And I'll decide on the thing. But this is going to be my 5 run. And I will be back to show you what I got. Let's put that back. And tell you whether or not what run I'm going to use. Because I got perfect run. I can do that. I could do that. I could do this. I could do this. We'll see. I will be back to show you what I picked, what the cards mean, what the prompts are going to be for that. Be back in a second. Welcome back. I have picked out what I'm going to read and the prompts I'm using. Here is my set of 5, which are 4s, and my run set, which is 9 through 12. I will tell you what each card means, which we'll start with these. The green 4 means animal on the cover. The yellow 4 is number in the title. I am using a skip, so I'm using the mood read prompt, and I'm using a wild, and it is going to be a red 4, a 5-star prediction. That is those there. So I will show you each book. So for this, I have one of my animals on the cover is going to be Leather and Lark by Brian Weaver. This is part of a trilogy. This is the second book in the trilogy. It is basically based on these 2 characters. I do not want to read about this just yet. I ended up liking the first book. I'm not big on the romance lately, and so when I got the first book, I thought, oh, this sounds pretty damn interesting. It's crazy sounding, so I said, let's try it out just for the fun of it, because I love the trigger warnings, and it was just like, huh? Cup of tea. So I am going to continue this series with Leather and Lark. There is the animals on the cover. So that is one. The other one I am doing is Nat Cassidy's When the Wolf Comes Home. I have this on Audible. I have this on NetGalley as an Audible. I also have the actual book, so this would be good to get that. When a Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. One night, Jess, a struggling actress, finds a 5-year-old runaway hiding in the bushes outside her apartment. After a violent, bloody encounter with the boy's father, she and the boy find themselves running for their lives. As they attempt to evade the boy's increasingly desperate father, horrific incidents of butchery follows them. At first, Jess thinks she's understanding what they're up against, but she about to learn there's more to these surreal and grisly events than she could ever imagine. And that's when the wolf finally comes home and none will be spared. So that was something I was definitely wanting to read and remember to do. So that was that. So those are the 2 4s. The yellow 4, which is, One Doorway Away from Heaven, which is a number in the title, which is another NetGalley audiobook that I need to read, and it is by Dean Koontz, as you see. This one is from a dusty trailer park on the far edge of California dream. Michelina Bellsong sets out on a remarkable quest that will change her forever. She will cross America in the desperate search for 9-year-old Leanna, a disabled but indomitable little girl that has come to love. Leanna has disappeared along with her drug-damaged mother and threatened stepfather Preston Murdoch, a fantastical investigator of UFO sightings. Murdoch has claimed that Leanna's 10th birthday aliens will either heal her or take her away to a better life. According to Leanna, her older brother, also disabled, has already gone to the stars. Now, with Leanna's 10th birthday approaching, Mickey is convinced the girl will soon be dead if she doesn't find her. Alone and afraid, she, for the first time, living for something deeper than herself. She is pitted against the adversary Preston Murdoch, as fearsome as he is cunning. Her passion, her courage, draws out burnt-out detective to her side. Hundreds of miles away, a motherless boy and a homeless dog begins an even more astonishing journey. Ahead of them all lies incredible peril, startling discoveries, and path that leads through terrible darkness to unexpected light. I thought that would be kind of interesting to, when I picked it up. I'm a Dean Koontz fan, so for me this is going to be really fun to read. So, as for the mood read, I picked mood read. There's several, you can only use it once, and I decided, why not? I'm going to use a skip. And this one I'm going to read, Disturbing the Dead, Kelly Armstrong, a rip-through-time novel. This is book 3 in the series. I want to read this. I want to get this one in so I can finally get back into the series. I really actually enjoyed the series, which I'm surprised because I'm not big on historical fiction. But this one is actually really good. I ended up reading A Rip Through Time because of my library's reading club, and I ended up loving it. So I've been collecting them. So I'm on book 3, so I need to read this because the next book I'm reading will be seen later. This one, I decided to use wild, and for that I picked the red 4. I could have picked a blue 4, a yellow 4, or red. I chose red because it is a 5-star prediction, and of course I'm using the J.D. Robb Stolen in Death series. This is Dick 62, I believe. I absolutely love her series, so I normally give them 5 stars, so this is an easy 5-star for me. I enjoy her work. This is based on Eve and her husband Rourke and their trio of people, Eve being a lieutenant. So I can't wait to get into this. This is so far last book so far. The series here keep going, but this is the next book in the series. That's where I'm at. I'll be caught up by the time I read this. So that is my set of 4. All right, now this is going to be interesting because there's a reason why I'm going to go a little bit backwards on this. First off, I will tell you what the cards require. All right, a red 9 is nature on the cover. Yellow 10 is 5 or more words. Blue 11 is a color in the title. And yellow 12 is start of series. Now, I'm going to go backwards in this part. This part I'll do first. This is nature on the cover. I will show those first. And for that is the latest book, which is Death in the Highlands of Wedding by Kelly Armstrong. This is also a Rip Through Time novel. This is the latest one. I'm not sure if there's a new one out yet, but this is one that I need. So I'm getting this one also read this time in the month of April. Like I said, I enjoy these books, so I really want to keep up with this. So this one I need to do. So this one. Now, for this, I'm going to go backwards. Instead of starting from 10 to 11 to 12, I'm going 12, 11, 10. You will understand in a minute. Because when I went looking for books, I was like, NetGalley, I have several books that I need to do. And so I decided I was going to do a lot of the books. That also happened to be on NetGalley, by the way. Those Kelly Armstrongs are NetGalley. I don't think I got Stolen in Death in NetGalley, but I didn't get it downloaded in time. So, my fault. But I'm going backwards because the start of the series, I'm going start series, second book, and third book. So it'll make all sense in a minute. So the first one I'm going to show you is start of a series, which is A River and Golden Bones. This is the Golden Court series I am doing. I did not get the first book in the series, but I did get book 2 and 3. So I will start with book 1 and tell you what it is. Twins Kala and Briar have been spending their entire lives hiding from the powerful sorcerer who's destroyed their kingdom, from the humans who don't know that they are wolves. Each twin has their own purpose in life. Briar is to marry the prince of an ally pack and save the Golden Court. Kala's purpose is to remain a secret to her twin shadow, the backup land. No one knows who Callie truly is except her childhood friend and her sister's betrothed, the distinguished, handsome Prince Grey. Grau? I do not am pronouncing this right. But when Callie and Briar journey out of the hiding of Briar's wedding, all of their well-made plans go awry. An evil sorcerer is back with another sleeping curse for their last heir to the Golden Court. Kala must step out of the shadows to save her sister, their kingdom, and their own legacy. Continuing to hide as a human and deny who she truly is, Carla embarks on a quest across the realm, discovering the whole world she never knew existed outside the confines of rigid wolf society. Carla begins to wonder, who could she be if she was daring to try? So, that is the first book in the series. So the next book, which I chose to use the color in the title because they're all colorful titles, believe it or not, is Emerald in a Sky of Emerald Stars. That is the second book in the series where we're continuing the thing. I'm not want to read any more about it because I need to read the first book. And I have that on NetGalley as one of the ones that I need to read. And last but not least, I have A Heart of Crimson Flames. That is the third book. I don't know if it's the last book or if it's, if there's any more to this, but right now that is the 3 books that I'm reading. Like I said, it was going backwards because I had to go backwards to explain. So that is what I picked. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my selection. If you were going to use these, what would you choose? Like the video. And until next time, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day.